Hi there, folks. My name's Jonathan Denwood, and I'm from mel-right.com. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a quick but insightful review on Sarah Interactive. If you're looking for a real estate CRM combined with a website, you're probably looking at Sarah. I think I've got some good insights about the pros and the cons of the platform. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. I'm coming back. Going to be talking about Sarah Interactive. You're probably looking at various solutions. The three main ones, apart from mel-right.com, is the three main ones is KV Core, Real Geeks, and Sarah Interactive. Now, I'm not a great fan of KV Core. It's pushed by a lot of people. I find it a bit clunky. So if you're in the market, you're probably looking at Real Geeks or you're looking at Sarah Interactive. Obviously, there's other players out there. But if you're looking for a CRM website combination at a reasonable cost, that's not on the higher broker level, these are the two main players that you're going to be looking at. Now, let's start with the websites. Now, when it comes to the website, when it comes to Real Geeks, they just provide one website, basically. There are third-party companies that will customize it for you, but out the box, you just get one look. And to be truthful, there's nothing wrong with that about it. But on the other hand, it doesn't assist you with local branding, basically. It looks like a site that came out about 8-9 years ago. It does have an app. If your website is really responsive, I question the need for an app, but it sounds good, doesn't it? When it comes to Sarah Interactive, they provide, with the platform, without additional customization, they offer some more options when it comes to the actual look of the website, which is better. I personally don't think the actual websites are fantastic. They're not terrible, but they're not fantastic either. But you can say that with a lot of other solutions out there, to be truthful. If the look and branding, which I think is important in 2023, is important to you, you're best to look at WordPress, which is what mel-right utilizes. Now let's get to the CRM. Both offer really good CRM functionality. Neither of them really are up to snuff compared to Follow Up Boss. We've got to be realistic there. Follow Up Boss, if you're really in, but it's really only worth utilizing any of these platforms, including Follow Up Boss, if you're a large enough team and have the internal resources of time and financial resources to utilize all the power that is in Follow Up Boss and in the other platforms. When it comes to Sarah Interactive, their CRM is aimed at the medium to larger teams. They have a lot of functionality inbuilt into the CRM that is impressive. I'm not going to go through all the features of it in this video because you end up with a video that's over an hour in length. and there's videos out there that do that. I'm just going to give you a broad outline. So it is very powerful, but it's really, in my opinion, only worth contemplating utilizing all that power if you're a certain agent that has a large team, and you're the kind of master agent, a boutique aid brokerage, or you're a larger regional, typical regional brokerage that's looking at interactive as a replacement to something like Boomtown, because the cost benefits are going to be quite considerable. Or you just got fed up with KV Core, which is understandable in my opinion. So when it comes to the CRM, it is powerful. It does, in my opinion, it does not match Follow Up Boss when it comes to the finites of how the CRM will work in a larger team setting. I personally believe that Follow Up Boss, I don't know who copies who. Interactive looks at Follow Up Boss looks at Interactive. They probably look at one another's constantly. But Follow Up Boss, if you're into this finite management of handing out leads to various agents in your organization, I think you could be better off looking at Follow Up Boss. It does have a number of other features inbuilt into it. Robo dialing. I'm not a great fan of that inbuilt into the website. You could say you're getting a cost saving there. I personally think that if you're going to utilize one of those platforms, you'd be better off looking at a third-party provider. Because if you're just looking for cost saving, and obviously you've got to keep control of your costs, but you've got to understand that you're making a saving, but you're cutting your nose doing it. And if ringing up clientele leads is the important part, and I think obviously having a one-to-one conversation with a possible lead is important, but cold calling, I feel, is a dying part of real estate myself. So it's a great feature, but I personally think if that's a key part of your lead generation, you'd be better off looking at a third-party solution. When it comes to drip text messaging, they offer a similar level of solution to Real Geeks or MailRite, or to KV Core. They all provide text and email campaign functionality, auto campaigns. I don't really believe there's a lot of difference in between the platforms. I say that I think the weakest will be KV Core, but that's around performance myself. So, why would you look at Sarah Interactive? Because it is quite a bit more expensive than Real Geeks or MailRite. If you're a bigger organization, if you're a power agent that's got like 10 to 20 agents working for you, and you really don't want to look at Boomtown or some of the other larger platforms through costs and clunkiness, I think Sarah Interactive, you're going to be really happy with it. If you're the single between 1 to 5 agents, I'm not so sure if it really is such a good deal. I think you'd probably be better off looking at Real Geeks or MailRite if you're in that Pacific area. You're probably thinking, why isn't he mentioning Bold Leads? Because Bold Leads doesn't provide a website. It does provide landing pages, but it doesn't provide a website. So I think you really got to look at the offerings, not so much into the feature list, the tick boxes. I get this, this, and this. And I'm going to go with the one that provides the longest tick box. You really got to understand what type of agent you are and where you are at the present moment. And if you're the right fit for CRM Interactive, I'm sure you're going to be really happy with it. If you written a great post that goes into a lot more detail, you'll find the link into the supporting description notes under this video. If you want to chat with me at mel-wright.com, go to the website and you can book a free chat with me, and I'll be more than happy to go through some of the things you need to know about CRM Interactive and some of the other major players. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.